If you've ever wondered what terms like foolproof or barrel strength or cask strength mean, you've come to the right place. They used to confuse the hell out of me too. So without further ado, let's dive in. So proof is directly tied to an alcohol's ABV. That is the alcohol by volume. Proof is simply 2 times the amount of alcohol percent in any given spirit. This is pretty common. This was changed, I believe, around 1848 or so in the United States. But proof is incredibly important. So let's start with a simple bottle. This bottle right here of Eagle Rare 10-year is 90 proof. 90 proof means it is 45% alcohol, usually denoted somewhere on the bottle. In this case, the 90 proof is denoted on the back label for the Eagle Rare bottle. Foolproof to me is where things get a little interesting. So foolproof, the best way I can describe this is when alcohol goes into a barrel to be aged. It goes in at a certain ABV. Well, then time happens and science happens and some of that liquid evaporates and it changes the overall ABV content inside the barrel. So when you go to remove the contents from the barrel, you want that the alcohol content matches what it was when it went into the barrel. Well, keep in mind it's changed, so what you'll see distilleries do is they'll actually add a little bit of water because your alcohol content on the back end is usually a little bit higher. We'll add some water back in so that the ABV matches, once it's been removed from the barrel, just as it was when it went into the barrel. You also have barrel proof, barrel strength, and cask strength. And what do these all mean? Ironically, they all actually mean the same damn thing, which is confusing in its own right, but essentially what it's saying is once the alcohol is removed from the barrel, it is not further cut in any way, shape, or form with water in any way. So the way it exits the barrel from an ABV is what's going to go into the bottle. And last but certainly not least, let's just talk hazmat for a second. So all that means is a bottle that has more than 70% alcohol in it. It's called hazmat because it's technically considered a hazardous material, at least according to the airline companies. You actually can't legally fly with this thing, which is interesting. However, the one thing I'll say is if you ever come across a hazmat, take my advice and let it sit for a few minutes before you dive in. These things can pack a punch.